This gas-powered outdoor oven has been our weeknight meal prep staple for the last 6 months. Now this pizza oven isn't just for pizzas, and I'll show you coming up. When Alfa asked us if we wanted to put their Nano outdoor oven to the test, we were excited to get hands-on with a gas-powered oven. Now don't get me wrong, I love our wood-burning ovens that we have here at the barbecue lab, but on weeknights, I don't always have the time to set up a wood fire, and a gas oven is as easy as turn, click, and fire. Now I'm going to show you how we use the Nano in everyday life, but let's start with the specs and dimensions so you can see what we're working with. The Alfa Nano measures just shy of 29 inches wide, 25.5 inches deep, and just under 19 inches high without the exhaust pipe installed on the top. Now add in the exhaust and you're looking at a height of just under 41.5 inches. Now, since this is the gas version of the Nano, in order to really understand the depth of the oven, you need to consider the gas hose and regulator that supplies gas to the unit. On our model, we have an adapter that pushes the regulator out an inch to give us some room to work with when screwing on the gas propane hose. So this adds another 3 inches or so to the depth of the oven wherever you plan on placing it. Now just a heads up for anyone who's planning on installing this in an outdoor kitchen. Now the Nano weighs 110 pounds without the cart. The max temperature that you can expect with this oven is 1000 degrees Fahrenheit or 500 degrees Celsius. We'll cover some more information about the low temperatures and our cooking tests in a few minutes, but it's not only super high heat that you can get out of this oven. Now the oven floor is right around 19.5 by 15.5 inches, and the door height is 5.6 inches from the cooking floor to the top of the door. Now when it came time for assembly and unboxing, I had help from Ethan putting everything together. Now we were both surprised how everything that the oven needed fit inside the oven when it shipped. Now I didn't think there was a chance that the exhaust pipe could fit inside, but it did. Now assembly was very easy. We just pulled all of the parts out of the oven, peeled off the Pro film that's on all of the stainless steel. We assembled the handheld pizza peel, popped on the exhaust pipe, and we were ready to install it in the outdoor kitchen. Now when I look at the build quality of the Alfa Nano compared to some of the less expensive pizza ovens that are already on the market, there's really no comparison that I've had hands-on experience with. The Nano weighs 2 to 3 times more than others in the category, and it just feels incredibly dense. It's well insulated with dense and heavy bricks that make up the oven floor. The fit and finish is the best that I've seen on the market at this price point. Now I love the roundness of the edges on the front lip of the oven. The texture on the outside of the oven is fantastic and even cool to the touch when you're cooking. Now it just looks and feels like it's in another class when compared to the other pizza ovens on the market. Now you can pick up this oven with or without an Alfa cart, and we've used it both ways. We started by installing the Nano in our outdoor kitchen, which if you haven't seen the video of that build, I'll put it up here in the card and in the description below. And the Nano fit perfectly on our concrete countertop, nestled in the corner under our pavilion out of the elements. Now the cart gave us ultimate flexibility though, as we could move the oven around the patio wherever we needed it, especially when we had large gatherings here at the barbecue lab and we just needed more counter space. Now the cart is a fantastic unit, and easily my favorite thing about it are the wheels. They're the best wheels of any outdoor oven unit that we've ever tested. They're easy to move over uneven patio bricks, and they lock in place so well that there's no moving things until they're all unlocked. Now I really like how easy the locks are to set and disengage, because we've had some carts here from other brands that made that simple process extremely hard. Now the cart does its job holding the oven in place, but it's the wheels that are the star of the show in my opinion. Now I'll also say that I like that the cart gives a decorative front cover to the propane tank, because it really adds to the perception that this is an upscale oven. Now looks aren't everything, but this cart elevates the aesthetic in the looks department. Most of the time when people see an outdoor oven, they immediately think pizza oven and high heat cooking. Now while that's certainly true of the Nano, that's just a part of what we've used it for. To give you an idea of how the heat can be controlled, let's light it up and show you the settings. Now, lighting is relatively easy with the Nano. You just turn the gas knob to the star setting and press the igniter button to get the starter flame. Once that flame has heated the safety switch for 20 to 30 seconds, just turn the knob to the large flame and you'll see what is the high setting. Now, if you want to see the medium setting, just turn the dial to the small flame, but here in America, we assume that the small flame is the low setting, but we've learned that that's not the case. In order to get the low setting on this oven, you just turn the knob past high, and in between the large flame icon and the star, you'll find the low setting. Apparently, Europeans all know this since their appliances all come this way, but here in America, it's a concept that we need to learn, so there's your tip of the day. Now, using this low flame setting, we've roasted garlic for garlic mashed potatoes, baked cherry crisp for birthday desserts with the family, cooked twice baked potatoes to go along with our steaks, and even baked loaves of bread that needed lower heat than medium or high was right for. Now, it's impossible to talk about high heat cooking without discussing what it's like to cook pizza in this oven. Cooking Neapolitan pizza at 1000 degrees Fahrenheit is something that you've got to try. To go from uncooked dough to fully cooked pizza in 60 seconds is so much fun. We've cooked everything from plain cheese pizzas to mushroom, which is a kid favorite around here, pepperoni and mushroom, pizza blanco, brisket pizza, and so many more during our testing, and they were all amazing. Now, the learning curve that we noticed is understanding when you can turn the pizza so the front edge of the crust doesn't burn. Now, once you start seeing a little bit of browning on the side closest to the fire, you're good to use the turning peel to rotate it around to cook evenly. Now, it only takes 2 to 3 rotations to finish a pizza, and about every 15 seconds or so, and then you're ready to eat. Another high heat favorite has been chicken wraps with naan bread. We preheat a skillet in the oven for 15 minutes. We'll saute chicken thighs in the cast iron until they have a nice exterior crust, and then put the naan dough straight on the brick floor to cook. It's one of my favorite weekday dinners, and it's a family favorite. Now, roasted salmon is another favorite, as we tend to have fish on Wednesdays in our weekly menu, and salmon in a high heat environment is just delicious. When it's cold out and I don't feel like standing outside to cook on the griddle, we'll fire up the Nano and make chicken fajitas on cast iron. The chicken and veggies all cook quickly, so it's just a couple of trips outside instead of standing over the griddle for 15 minutes in the below freezing weather. Now, I'll warm the tortillas directly up on the brick oven floor, and we have fajitas ready for the family quickly and easily. Now, for celebrations around here, we break out the beef fillet steaks. Using a low-sided cast iron pan, the steaks will get a sear from the bottom of the preheated pan, while the sides and top of the steak are hit with that 1000 degree flame. It doesn't take long to get that medium steak that Melissa loves using the Alfa, and it's become one of her favorite ways to cook dinners here at the lab. Now, when it comes to cleanup with the Nano, there's really not much to it. The outside can be wiped down with a damp cloth, and that's about all the care it needs since we're not burning wood to generate soot. Now, cleaning the inside brick is best done by fire in our experience. If you have an overzealous pizza launcher who leaves their toppings behind, I'll clean up what I can with the pizza peel and then set the flame to high to just carbonize the rest. Cleanup is really quite simple with a Nano. Now, if you're looking for an outdoor oven that's easy to use and expands your ability to cook outdoors without needing to babysit the grill, I encourage you to check out the Alfa Nano. Ours sits right outside the back door, and it's the closest cooking appliance to our house, so we can use it all through the winter months and still enjoy high heat cooking without needing to bundle up in a parka just to cook outdoors. Now, during the summer and fall, it's the Weeknight oven that we use for everything from pizza to steak. So if you're looking for convenience and a multi-function outdoor oven, this is a fantastic way to go. Now, I'm David from the Barbecue Lab, and if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel, because this channel is all about outdoor cooking and outdoor living and helping you be the best that you can be in the backyard. Thanks so much for joining us, and I can't wait to see you next time right here on the Barbecue Lab.